What if I told you that one man was responsible for the deaths of an estimated 40 million people, and yet today nearly 1 in 200 men alive may be directly related to him? Sounds crazy, but this is the story of Genghis Khan, the most feared conqueror the world has ever known. He wasn't born into unstoppable power though. He was the son of a pretty minor tribal chief, and when he was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned. His family was abandoned, left to starve, left to die, and he survived by hunting rats and fighting rival tribes, even killing his own half-brother during a dispute. But from betrayal and hunger, a legend was forged, and by his early 20s, he began uniting the fractured Mongol tribes, not through kindness, not through, trying to get everyone together. It was about strength, loyalty, ambition, and absolute ruthlessness. And in 1206, he was declared Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler, and the world would never be the same. But how fierce was he? Genghis Khan was not just a warrior, he was a military genius. His army moved faster than any force on earth. Mongol horsemen could fire arrows with deadly accuracy while riding at full speed. And they used psychological warfare centuries ahead of its time. If a city surrendered peacefully, it would often be spared, but if it resisted, it would be totally annihilated. Entire cities were wiped from existence. Survivors were often sometimes marched ahead of the Mongol army as human shields, and their heads sometimes were cut off and put into pyramids as warnings to others. Genghis Khan was very, very short on mercy. One of the most chilling stories involves the city of reshaped. After his beloved grandson was killed, Genghis Khan allegedly ordered every living thing in the city to be executed, including women, children, and even the animals. Whether exaggerated or not, his reputation alone caused cities to surrender without a fight. But fear was his greatest weapon. And here's the twist. Despite his brutality, Genghis Khan reshaped the world in ways that still affect us today. He created the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching from China to Eastern Europe. The trade routes became safer under Mongol rule. The Silk Road flourished. Good ideas, religions and technology flowed between East and West like never before. Paper money, gunpowder, printing, even early forms of passports. He promoted the meritocracy. Soldiers were promoted based on skill, not noble birth. He allowed religious freedoms across his empire. He was a merciless in war, but surprisingly pragmatic in governance. After his death in 1227, his empire continued expanding under his sons and grandsons, eventually reaching into Europe and the Middle East. His burial place remains one of history's greatest mysteries. No confirmed tomb, no monuments, just legacy. So, was Genghis Khan a monster, a military mastermind, a visionary leader? Perhaps he was all three. He conquered more land than any man before or since, and centuries later his name still echoes with power, because whether feared or admired, Genghis Khan didn't just change history, he dominated it.